I'm gonna hit go live.
We're going live. All right.
Welcome,
That's how we do it.
welcome back, everybody, to another fun, amazing, at least where I am, it's a beautiful day, Tuesday evening with your host, John G, on What the FiGPiN?
What the FiGPiN?
FiGPiN.
So we have Alex with us. How are you today?
I am doing okay. I literally just got out of the shower, so don't mind my appearance. Decided it would be a good idea to mow the lawn like an hour ago. So yeah.
Well, it's that time of year that the grass just keeps growing, right? So
yeah, and of course it's like 88 degrees today. What a good day.
And then we have Viva La Mexico, my friend Battle. How are you doing, my friend?
Very well, very well. Excited to be here tonight. I will follow in Punk Zandy's lead and say I just got out of the shower too, but I think mine was because we just ate ribs and I'm 2 margaritas deep and I need a little boost. So here I am surviving.
And before we introduce our guests, I did have, so Pins on Fire making another grand appearance here. They went into the cocktail business and they gave me their Pins on Fire on the beach. It tastes delicious.
Probably even better than sex on the beach.
Maybe. I'm not sure yet. But
Pins on Fire.
Yeah, definitely. So we also have Gil from Black Hole Comics. How are you, Gil? Oh, you're on mute. Yep.
What's going on? Thank you guys for having me on. Thank you. I appreciate it. And I got to say, the name, What the FiGPiN, that is an awesome name, I got to say. Like, that's genius. Fucking genius. Wait, can we cuss? I'm sorry. Can we cuss?
Yeah, let's go.
Oh, yeah. You
okay,
definitely
I wasn't sure. My bad. Because I honestly cuss like a sailor. So
oops. It's going to be a fun show then, man. So let's get fucking going. So I will go ahead and well, first, let me go ahead and just say hi to some people on the chat here. There was a debate going on before of who was the first on here, and it looks like J-Math is taking credit for it. But Uke Mello, Colorful Jamie, Zero, Chris Sherman, J-Math. Yeah, they were having this whole battle. It's all between them. Zero, SP Dragon Ball, what's up, man? Space Ghost, Brad, what's up? Lethal Pacifist, Goon. Great having you guys. Thank you so much, Jason. Very cool to have you guys. Thank you for joining us. And with that, I will leave it to Alex and Battle to go ahead and start. And Gil, thank you so much for joining us again.
Awesome. Well, everybody in the comments, since we were just talking about it, already start putting in there who got affected and I guess defected by some snaps today. We'll get into that a little bit later, but it'd be fun to see what people are talking about. It's going to be a really fun show tonight. We have a good buddy of mine, Gil. I have met him through other friend who is a huge toy collector, and funny enough, I did a Google search for FiGPiN battle the other day just to kind of see what would pop up, and pretty much the only thing that pops up for me is the one time he had me on an interview on his show. And so that's the one that pops up. So I got to give my hats off to Gil for having me on. I really like your Geek Out show. We'll talk about that as well as we get into the show, but it's a pleasure to have you on.
Thank you.
We normally just kind of start off wanting to get a little bit to know about you and kind of how did you become a FiGPiN collector? Not only that, maybe even farther back, what got you into collecting? And then do you remember what your first pin was?
Ooh, okay. What got me into collecting at the very beginning, it was, man, back when I was about 6-7 years old or so, I want to say, with my dad, incentivizing me on mowing the lawn, picking up the dog crap and all that other stuff. Like if I did all my chores and I woke up early on a Saturday morning, I could get $5, or I could get a pack of cards. So what did I do? I was like, let me get a pack of those, Fleer X-Men cards and the Marvel cards and the Spider-Man cards, Power Ranger cards, all that good stuff. So that is where it started, was with cards. And he was heavy into collecting cards as well. He did the Marvel Fleer cards. He did basketball, baseball, football, all that good stuff. And as far as like how I got into FiGPiN, bro, I just kept on seeing them over and over and over everywhere at GameStop and here and there, Targets and stuff. And I was like, you know what? These are pretty badass. And I was like, you know what? I need them. I freaking need them. And like, I kind of dabbled in pins with like through Comic-Con when I went to my first Comic-Con ever back in 2017. I was like, oh my God, these are awesome. Like they gave you one for free, like when you got your badge, right? I was like, man, but there's two. I want to get both. So then it was like, I was just like haggling with people like, hey, how much you want to sell your other pin for? So that's kind of like where the pin started. But yeah, FiGPiN, first one I ever got was actually secondary. I didn't actually get it in the store, but through eBay. It was the PS4 Spider-Man.
And
the
swinging
Spider.
one?
So yeah, it was that one and the Spider-Punk. I got both of them together because it was a lot. I got both of them for, I wanted to say it was like $15 for two.
Dang,
so I was like,
that's a good one.
What?
I was like,
you got
yeah.
the PS4 exclusive one and Spider-Punk from Target for $15?
No, it was from eBay. eBay. It would have been.
That's a great deal, man.
Yeah, it would have been $20, but they like, you know how like if you shop pretty often on eBay, they send you coupons and stuff. So I had a $5 off. So it was like $15, but then plus the $5 off, it came out to like $10 and some change. I was like, that's a steal. And then I was like, wait, they got an app too? I was like, let me get on that. So like I've been on the app ever since I first got those. I want to say back in 2018. I want to say maybe that's
it was.
I don't know.
It was mid 2018 or early 2019. I can't remember exactly, but you're in that time frame.
Yeah, so I want to say that I was maybe a couple months late to FiGPiN because like I had seen them around in the stores and I was like, no. And then I was like, you know what? I need one. I was like, these are just too badass not to get. So yeah, that was my first ever.
What caught your eye about the PS4 one, and or is it the Spider-Man that you really enjoyed, or what was it that caught your eye?
Well, like one of my first introductions ever to like geekdom or being a geek was Spider-Man. The cards, the animated series, the comics, all that stuff. And it was something that I shared with my dad. So like Spider-Man has always had like a spot in my heart because like it was one of my first introductions into this world, that we all partake in. And yeah, man, I was just like, you know what? I love that game too. It's also Spider-Man. I was like, let me get that. And I was like, well, why not get two for the price of one? So whatever.
I can only think of one other question and I'll pass it on is I think your dad might have been a really clever man because you could either get $5 or a pack of cards. And didn't those Fleer cards only run about like $2.99?
See, I would, yeah, I know, right? I definitely didn't win in that transaction.
You probably could have bought two, right?
I didn't know that when I was a kid. I was just like, oh yeah, cards. It's like you think about it, like $5 or like a pack of like the 11 cards. Like, hell yeah, I want the 11 cards,
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I think my first card collection was probably some baseball cards, football cards, and the Pokemon cards. Kind of like how I got into all that. Very cool.
Yeah.
So
later on, sorry, my bad. Go ahead.
No, okay, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say later on, those the transactions ended up being, instead of the Marvel cards, it ended up being Pokemon cards later on.
Oh yeah.
So how many pins would you say that you have now?
FiGPiNs or just pins in general?
FiGPiNs.
FiGPiNs, probably I want to say about like 50 right now. It's not. I feel like it's a decent collection. I feel very prideful in the 50. I know other people have like insane collections, like in the hundreds and stuff like that, and I'm just like, yeah, no, you're shitting on me. That's okay though. Like, like I may not have the numbers, but I make up for it in qualities, like the ones that I love.
Hey, that's all that matters, right? So you said you do use the app then, right?
Yes.
So do you have like a strongest pin that you're preparing for battles?
The strongest pin I think is actually that PS4 Spidey, if I'm not mistaken. I want to say, I think it's a
Awesome.
first. I want to say it's a first edition as well. I believe so. Yeah, I believe that's my strongest pin that I have, if I'm not mistaken. I believe. You know what? I meant to jump on and check before I got on here, and I apologize for not doing my research because usually I do, but I had just got off work and I completely forgot to check before I hopped on.
That's okay. Gil, so I'm sorry to interrupt. We do have some people asking, what is your app username? I'm sure that they'll probably go ahead and want to start seeing if they can boost some of your pins.
Yeah, it's Black Hole Comics. So Black Hole Comics, all one word, and the last, rather than an S, it's a Z.
Very
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
You know, I try to look for your pins. I don't see you put too many in the UR. Are you familiar with the Ultra that just dropped recently? And do you happen to know if you have enough power? I know you qualify with pins, but did you have enough power to possibly buy an Ultra?
You know what? I have no idea. I was not aware about that. I tried to stay up to date with my FiGPiN stuff. It's really hard when I'm also into comics and collectibles and everything as well. And I recently moved to a new apartment the past couple months. So yeah, I've been doing a bunch of stuff lately. And I'm also trying to take the whole entire Black Hole Comics aspect of it. I one day want to open up my own physical brick and mortar comic book shop. So I'm trying to, take awesome, that more seriously. And I'm building up inventory. And I actually just did a local sale for Free Comic Book Day at my local comic book shop. And it was a dope event, meeting a bunch of people. I did a bunch of sales, met a bunch of cool people, hooked a bunch of people up. I had some pins out there that I was selling like extras of, and I was hooking it up.
Very cool, man.
That's really cool.
Where are you at?
The Bay Area. I'm near. So right now I'm near San Francisco. I'm about 20 minutes out of San Francisco.
Nice.
Very cool. I like that even though you just moved, your man cave is already fully functioning.
Man, that had to be like one of the first things up. I actually got a bunch of stuff that's not up yet, but I was like, I at least need to get this right behind me going,
Yeah, man, that's awesome.
Priorities.
I had put you as a speaker so that we can go ahead and see a bigger screen of what your background looked like. So you definitely look like you have some amazing collection there. I did want to go ahead and just get to some of the comments here. And this one's for Battle, actually. And you can blame Zero. And I'm in agreement here, Battle. Your punishment for last week's giveaway, you're going to be putting up your rare John Cena as a giveaway.
Ooh.
I can't find him. I can't see him.
Can't see him.
I don't know where he's at,
And Gil, we have some other collectors asking what your favorite line is in FiGPiN right now. Like, so what do you collect most? What's your favorite pin? Pin line or license?
Favorite, man. I got to say probably it's a tie right now between the Naruto line and the Demon Slayer. Both those IPs. I love Naruto. That's one of my favorite IPs of all time. I'm such a stan and mark for Naruto. But then Demon Slayer is another IP. I love it, but it's more sentimental to me because it's something that I watch with both my kids, both my son and my daughter, and that's something that we watch. And as the new episodes were coming out every Sunday morning, we, while eating breakfast on the couch, laid out, the three of us just like, oh my God, this happened, that happened.
Nice.
So
did you watch this past Sunday since they finished the English dub for the last episode of the Entertainment District?
Yeah.
Nice.
Exactly. It's awesome, man. Do you guys go over pickups? Like if you picked up any pins recently?
Absolutely.
Is it okay if I show something off? Like, yeah, I just picked up something actually, and this is like something for. There we go.
Sick.
The Hello Kitty Naruto one.
Definitely.
It just really caught my eye. So my daughter was fighting me over this, and obviously, I got to give it up to my daughter. So it's technically not mine, and it's my daughter, even though I paid for it, and even though I wanted it, she's the one who gets it, and it's going to go on her pin board. So she also has a collection of fig pins as well. My son doesn't have a collection of pins. He's not really into those, but if he ever does decide that he wants to, I'm gonna have to start a collection for him as well.
Very cool.
I like hearing that.
That's actually really neat.
So,
Yeah.
and Gil, this is one of our favorite questions, and I'm assuming I don't have to share our favorite line with you of, if your wife, girlfriend, significant other is there, to go ahead and have them earmuff it with your background. But what is your most expensive single pin purchase to date for FiGPiN?
Oh, it's actually not that bad. I feel like just for one single pin.
Yep.
I want to say just about $30.
Hell yeah.
I want to say like I usually try to jump on I'm a type of guy, like if I get the pins right when it drops or whatever con I may be at, I'm gonna get it there. I'm not gonna pay secondary. I cannot do that, and that's just something, regardless of it's FiGPiN or whatever, I will not pay secondary market for action figures, for comics, nothing. I try to get in when it drops. If I don't, I stick to my guns. I have guns and I stick to them. I will not break that.
They're loaded. Well, all right. So you've never broke from that? What is your most expensive toy, collectible, comic that you've actually broken from?
Just if I can't get it for retail, I won't break that. However, I mean, I have some expensive pieces like Hot Toys, which are like, a couple $100.
Yeah.
But it's like the payment plans, right? That's what helps me afford something like that. So I can pay the $50 a month to get like a $500 Hot Toy. So it's okay. But it's like, man, I'm not willing to pay secondary market.
I think you have a couple people in the same chat with you that might need a little bit of your rules and or strength.
It's hard. It's definitely really hard, man. And it's not that I'm being cheap. It's just that this hobby ain't cheap. You know what I'm saying? Because it's easy. Once you do it, then it makes it that much easier to do it again and again and again. Then your ass is broke. Or your credit card's maxed out.
Or both.
Yeah.
Second mortgage, here we come.
Do you have a pin that at first, when you first saw it, you didn't really like it, but then when you actually got it in hand, you actually fell in love with it?
Yeah, actually, the Dragon Ball Z Broly, not the one from Super, but the regular one. I was like, man, that thing's ugly as hell. I don't know what it was. I was like, I guess I thought the design was off. Or something was off. I was like, man, that shit's like looks goofy. I'm like, oh well, whatever. Like they can't all be winners. It's fine. But once I seen it up close, I was like, you know what? They actually hit the mark on this one. I liked it so much that I also got the XL. So.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I got that XL from Walmart, and it has the blacked out eyes. They never actually filled in its eyes, so I always thought that was kind of cool.
Shit! So you have like an error one.
Yeah, I think so. They make quite a few of them, so I'm sure I'm not the only one.
Oh, really? Okay.
Let me ask, did you happen to get the latest, I believe it was Demon Slayer glitter pin?
Yes, I actually have that the Rengoku one.
Yes.
Yep. Yes, sir.
I have that over on my work desk over there. I have it. And so like my daughter, again, the Demon Slayer stuff, right? She's all like, can I have that one? But I'm like, but you have the regular one. You can't have this one too. But she's like, but this one has glitter. I'm like,
well,
I'm like,
rules.
Can't you just take the regular one? Why do you need the glitter one? Why can't Daddy have the glitter one? Like, come on.
That's too funny. Well, you obviously were on top of that one because that one sold out quick.
Did it?
It sold out, I think, within 5 minutes.
I got to be honest here. I got to give credit where credit's due. You let me know what's up. You're like, hey, bro. You're like, I know you like Demon Slayer.
Yep.
And I was like, thank you.
I know one of our first interactions with FiGPiN was the first flap that we went to, which, by the way, is coming up at the end of next month.
Shit.
I was going there, and you had just mentioned, like, hey, I really like Naruto. I really like Demon Slayer. And you picked up some pins, and I shipped you over that AP. So I knew you liked those. So as soon as I saw that, I was like, Gil, get on it. Buy it now. It's going to be gone in a hurry.
So, Gil, there's some people. I'm sorry. There's some people asking which Broly was it? And I just looked at my wall and I grabbed it. Was it this one that you grabbed?
Okay. Yeah, I don't know why. I thought it was like a little off and a little bit, I don't know, just something with the proportions and stuff. I was just like, it kind of doesn't remind me too much of the anime. Maybe it's a little bit off. But it was that one. And then, I mean, it's the same exact one as the XL, except
the XL, yep.
The XL is scaled up.
Do you like the XLs?
I do. I actually really do. Just, they take up a lot of real estate. It's just like, damn.
Not as much of them Hot Toys.
Or those Funko Pops back there, man.
That is true. Yeah. So I got a select few, and like I try not to collect too many of those things, man, to be honest. I really try not to.
Yeah. So did we want to talk to him about the bringing XL back?
Let's do it.
So Gil, there is a change.org petition that we're trying to go ahead and get signatures for. Well, not us, but we're supporting the person that organized it to go ahead and get FiGPiN to bring XL back.
They need to.
Yeah. So there's definitely, and I think that what I think should be done with XLs is they focus on having XLs that make sense and not having, in the case that you brought up, you have a Broly that's a regular 3-inch pin, and then you have a Broly that's the 6-inch pin, and actually going ahead and creating pins that, like Godzilla is a perfect example, right? Like Godzilla should be an XL pin. But then you have,
I got one. Power Rangers with their Megazords.
There you go. Yeah.
Oh my God. Yes.
Yes, I knew you'd love that one.
Yes. Like if they could do the mini, like the minis as the Rangers, and then like the XL as a Zord.
Sign me perfect scale, huh?
Sign me up.
Hey, that's a slippery slope, I think.
It is.
So what if there's a character or license that FiGPiN could put onto their dream board, what would you like them to go ahead and be putting out there?
I think they're pretty solid with some of the stuff they do. Just I would want to see more anime stuff, believe it or not. Just I'm such a sucker for that stuff, and just some of the animation and scenes are so beautiful that I'd want some of that stuff like on my pin board. Yeah. So Tokyo Ghoul is one that's coming to mind. That's one of my favorite animes as well. Tokyo Ghoul, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. That would be fucking amazing. I would totally sign up for that as well, because like they can instantly just like for every main character, they also have a stand. So it's like boom, that roster is super deep to where they could do that. And then they could also do like different appearances from different seasons. So I'm gonna say, Tokyo Ghoul and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Very cool. I like that, man.
Get on that.
Yeah. So you've mentioned Dragon Ball, you've mentioned Demon Slayer, and I'm not sure if Battle shared with you about this feud that's going on between me and Alex here.
No,
but I'll ask so we can go ahead and get your input here. Dragon Ball Z or MHA?
So, like in a fight, or which is better?
What do you like more?
What do I like more?
And just know that I have access to go ahead and just kick you off of the stream if you answer correctly. So,
I gotta be honest here. If we're talking about quality of anime, MHA shits on Dragon Ball. That's just being completely honest. MHA does. There's way less filler. But we also gotta keep in perspective, like it was a different time back in the late 80s, early 90s. They had a bunch of fucking filler, and it was like 5 episodes just for Goku to charge up a Kamehameha, or a spirit bomb here, so no matter what, Dragon Ball is gonna keep a nostalgic place in my heart. But I'm gonna say MHA takes that as for me. It's more of a quality.
I hope we don't meet in person, man. I will not shake your hand. I will not recognize you at all.
It's okay, man. You know how Baymax does? There. It's okay.
Yeah, I always like
It's
to
okay.
keep the happy neutral. But I would also say tons of fillers in Dragon Ball, but I should listen to Midoriya think his plan's out constantly for a long time.
Yeah. But it's just like I think anime is just there's way more quality anime today as opposed to what it was back in the day. That's just being honest. Like if you try to watch all that stuff from back in the day, some of it might be a little cringe. But the stuff with Dragon Ball Super,
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Super
when we get to the first episode of Dragon Ball and
that's what I'm saying.
Goku's pulling, Bulma's panties off. I don't think that can happen right now. So
exactly. Like if you take the first episode of that versus the first episode of My Hero, it's not even apples to apples. It's apples to oranges. It's just there's like 3 generations in between. It's not even fair.
Yeah.
It's over 2 generations, so it's not even fair.
I still blame all y'all, including you, Gil, because I know Jade had his hand in it too. I didn't know anything about MHA. I didn't want any of the pins or anything. And now I got all the pins. I even have an action figure of them. And Jade's been trying to get me to play that card game I think both of them have in. And oh man, I've been holding out, but I'm breaking down.
Dude, MHA is top tier. Top fucking tier.
I don't know if you know too much about Alex here, but Alex is the MHA goddess. She has amazing collections of them.
All right, yeah.
I think she has like pretty sure every pin of MHA she has, and not only does she have, I think you're only missing a handful of APs.
Yep.
So Alex, can I switch and kind of ask you a question? How did you feel when you found out Ultra doesn't snap APs?
You know what? I was very actually upset.
I never thought about it until you had commented that you started selling your first editions once you got your APs, and I was like, oh no.
Yeah, so I had some pretty awesome low sequence, first edition pins, but I kind of talked myself out of keeping them because I'm like, I have the AP version. I mean, what's better than that? So I was like, do I really need 2 of every single, pin? And this is apparently the reason I should all my collections. So yeah, man. It is what it is. So
Gil, I'm not sure if you're aware, but FiGPiN just dropped its very first Ultra, the U1. They announced that it was Darth Vader, all in copper, heavy stand.
I heard about
came
that.
with its own little badge, super cool. Mine's sitting on my front porch, I think, at the house.
Oh.
Yes, look at those things. They are super cool. And so it's kind of changing the way the FiGPiN app works quite a bit, and we're still kind of learning as we go. But you put the serial number in, the Ultra gives you almost like a Thanos' snap card, and anybody who's in the locker room has the opportunity, if you will, to get a snap card, and that could either max boost you or take all the boost you have and clear it out and take it out of the UR. So it's a little bit of a gamble, and we're all kind of stumbling through that right now.
Hold on 1 second. Alex, do you want to, I'm going to put you on speaker, but you just have to talk so it goes to you.
All right, so here's the it's the Vader, and then it comes with its own badge, and then I don't know if you can see, but you can see half of Vader's face there. Yeah, very awesome.
That's gorgeous.
It is pretty neat. They didn't quite match Hot Toys prices, but they were getting there.
Hey, Alex, I do got to say something. So my daughter, she heard about the MHA thing, and she came out of the room, and she's all like, I agree. Yes, MHA is better.
Oh, man. Now I don't like your daughter either.
So
Too
then
fun.
who's your favorite MHA character then?
My favorite MHA character? I really like Deku, but I mean he's the main guy. I always try to like somebody besides just the main guy, and I gotta say Todoroki's My daughter's clapping over here. She's in the corner, like yes.
She's watching her iPad.
She takes pride in her anime and her manga and all that other stuff. So, yeah, Todoroki's like whole entire backstory, it talks to me, it speaks to me, it evokes emotion. If you guys don't know it, I would say go ahead and look up a video like on YouTube or something like that, like a little breakdown of Todoroki. And honestly, it's tear jerking of the shit that he went through. Just it speaks to me. So I love Todoroki. He's awesome.
So my favorite's actually All Might, but most people already know that. But
All Might though.
He is my ultimate favorite, and so every time he's in the weekend form, I get really sad. And so I have hope that I'm going to see either more Silver Age or young All Might. But anyways, Mirio is probably my second favorite, and I actually met the voice actor of Mirio.
Oh, nice.
He was going on about how the big three are like the three big like things that people experience: depression, anxiety, and I can't remember the other one. And then he explained how Mirio is just the classic depression. I mean, he goes through, when he phases through, it's just completely dark and silent, and it's just him, you know. And it's just like the way he explained it was like mind-blowing, but like it's just crazy how deep things can be when you see Mirio and you think he's the happiest man ever. But
I never really thought about it like that. That's pretty cool.
Can I talk about a little theory I have?
Yeah, go for it.
Absolutely.
Because there's a big three, right? I'm like, eventually they're gonna graduate, so I'm thinking the next big three is gonna be Deku, Bakugo, and Todoroki, because of the same thing. Like Deku is like the hope, and Bakugo is like the anger, right? And then Todoroki is the whole entire depression type of thing that he's like trying to have an inner battle between himself. So I picked up on that, and that's my little theory of like eventually in a couple more years, or if they do a time skip, that's going to be them. I don't read the manga, so I don't know if that's where they're at in the manga, but I know that they're a bit further than the anime.
Have any of you guys got any of the...
spoilers.
I was gonna say, we'll have to get MHA later.
Do any of you guys have the new MHA chases by chance?
I have
oh my gosh,
no.
Todoroki, and I have Bakugo on the way.
Nice. So Gil, are you aware that the new what is it, world mission, what can you guys fill me in? You guys know
World Hero.
What is
World Hero
Mission?
Have you seen those ones and how they do the chase with those now?
I have not seen those in person or know how they do the chase. How did they do it?
So, I mean, it's pretty simple. I mean, you can, I think Pins on Fire has them right now. I think FiGPiN Official probably has them on their website as well. But you can actually order the common. And once you put the common in your app, every Monday, you get a chance to flip a chase card. And if your card hits, then it gives you a code that you can go buy one of the gold-plated chases of that pin. And they look super cool.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's pretty awesome.
We've been on the hunt for a few weeks.
They're doing the same thing with so FiGPiN just opened their own sports line also. So they started with NBA, and the NBA is run the same way.
Steph Curry.
There you go. Yeah. So yeah, so that's
finally
the new version of how they're doing chases. Sorry, Battle. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, out of all the weeks we've been doing it, I finally got 3 of the NBA chases. No MHA yet, so I'm missing out on that one. But I think I got Braun, Durant, and who's the other one? I haven't bought them just yet. I was trying to finagle everything I could.
Can I share a quick story about this
Please.
week? So I was fortunate enough last week that someone very graciously, I think I shared this on the show last week, that someone very graciously gave me, I had got the oh man, I forgot which of the chases I got on my own, but then someone very graciously gave me codes for 4 out of the 5 other players last week. I got them yesterday in the mail. And when I flipped my cards yesterday, I wound up getting LeBron. And I swear that I thought that one of the codes that the person that was very gracious enough last week to give me was LeBron. And I had went and paid it forward and gave my LeBron code to someone else. And then lo and behold, I open up the packages and I'm like, oh my God, I just gave away my code for the last one I needed.
Oh no.
So it doesn't bother me. I'm very happy that I was, and the person was very, very happy about it. So I'm happy to go ahead and give it, pay it forward. But I had like such a dumb moment that I can't believe I was able to complete the set and I didn't do it.
Wow.
Too funny. Well, I only have doubles of Braun and I got doubles of Curry. I haven't snagged even a single Curry yet. But if I snag a second Braun, I'll make sure if you don't have one, I'll pass it on to you.
Thanks, brother, man. I appreciate it.
I think that's the only NBA pin I have as LeBron.
Curry?
So if you hit on that chase,
Braun.
I don't care about it.
I still need the Chase Curry, and then I need to find Chase AP Curry so that I can have the full Curry prototype to HP line all set out.
Nice.
So, and I think I shared with you guys through our various chats, but so Gil, right now what they're doing is like Battle shared, every Monday you have a chance to flip this card in the app and it will go ahead and either tell you you've won or you did not win this week. If you win a chase, you get 5 points on that card. And then it also sends it back to the unlocker room, but it will never go ahead and go back to the unlocker room. So my strategy is, and the other caveat is they're giving away 20 pins each week.
Oh, okay.
So each of the pins, they're giving 20 of each different pin. So right now there's 6 NBA and 3 MHA. So each of those separate pins get 20 chances. So 20 people every week will get a chance to go ahead and get that pin. My strategy is to not hit any more of the chases and let it go to week number 49 because it's a 1,000 lot size. So go to week 49, and every time you get a flip of the chase card, you get 1 point. So I want 49 weeks of no chases. I get 49 extra points, and then on the 50th week, where they would run out of all of their chases, I would hit every chase then, and then I'm going to get 54 points on that card. So my pin will be extra powerful. So that's my hope, is that at least one of the pins that I have, that will happen.
He's got
so good luck for you. I'm hoping that happens. I'm hoping it happens.
I'd be down. Especially on the MHA, I'd be down for that one.
So, Gil, are you a Star Wars collector?
I don't have any Star Wars pins yet, I don't believe. I almost cracked a couple times with the Mandalorian stuff and also Book of Boba Fett as well. But I have not pulled the trigger yet, so to speak.
So, John Battle, did you pick up the new Stormtrooper number 501?
I did.
It took me a day or two to pull the trigger, but I couldn't hold out anymore, and I finally did.
So was it a surprise to anyone else about that logo pin that comes with it?
I had no idea that was going to be a thing, and I had not seen that design logo yet.
I think they did show it, the design. I think it's somewhere out there.
I've seen it now once it was launched, but up until the drop, I was clueless as to what it could be.
I just thought it was odd that the only place that said that it came with a logo was on the blog.
On the blog?
Yeah, so if you didn't check the blog, then you had no clue it came with a logo. It would have been like a total surprise.
That would be kind of cool. But yeah,
so,
that would be...
And Gil, to fill you in and those, watching, FiGPiN went ahead and released a Stormtrooper. It's pin number 501. Mm-hmm. And if you bought the pin, which is a 3,000 lot size, you were getting a logo with it. So it's a 3,000 lot size logo as well.
Oh, nice.
The one thing I wasn't aware of was you were allowed to purchase two, right? So it was a 2-person, 2 pin per person limit. And the one thing I found out after I did 2 separate orders, just to make sure that I got 2 logos, was it didn't make a difference. You could have done it on 1 order and you were still getting 2 logos with the pin, which FiGPiN has a special on their website that if you order $50 worth of merchandise, you get free shipping.
Oh, man.
So I would have went ahead and found, I would have put, 2 cases, two of their plain cases onto my order to get to $50 and not pay for shipping. And now, in essence, I had to eat, was that $2.50 or $3 to go ahead and pay for these two stormtroopers. So, yeah, I mean, lesson learned, but it's all good, and it looks amazing for sure. The logo is cool. What do you guys think about the logo?
Interesting.
I had no idea what it was from. Somebody pointed out like was like part of their armor.
Yeah, it's their, I think like their chest plate or right their ab plate maybe.
See, I still had no clue until you just said that. So okay, I can kind of picture it now.
Yep.
That's pretty wild.
So I also have this theory is that because I know that obviously the 501 Stormtrooper is an unlimited army, right? That's the clone army, right? So I don't know if you guys have looked at the helmet of the Stormtrooper. It has a blue shade to it, right? Okay. Like where the oxygen tanks are, the filters are. I think that they might go ahead and be doing different variants with having different colors of it so that they can still continue to have this unlimited army of 501 Stormtroopers. Again, total conspiracy theory. I have no inside knowledge about this, but I think that's, would be cool if they would, have different variants of that Stormtrooper since it is, a clone army.
Well, now wait a minute, cool. John. I could have sworn you told me that they were going to do different variants of colors, and they were all going to have their own logos 1-to-1 with them.
Stop starting a rumor battle.
I want a logo for each 501. Let's go.
Speaking of Star Wars, anyone going to Star Wars Celebration?
I wish.
No.
I'm not. Yeah. We know a lot of people though that are going, so I'm excited to go ahead and see. And the word on the street, there's going to be a lot of FiGPiN exclusives. So
that's going to be so cool. I really hope Pins on Fire can. I know they were saying they might try to do some kind of live or some kind of interactive stuff too. So I'm excited for that. I'm really excited to see what happens there. I think I'm going to try to put it on the bucket list for upcoming years.
It's hard to get in. From what I heard, it's harder to get into that than San Diego Comic-Con.
Wow.
Really?
I've been to the one when it was here in Chicago, but only because I was 4.
That's crazy. I had no idea.
That's just what I heard. I don't know. Like, I've been able to go to Comic-Con without a problem, like the past couple of years, like every year. But I've tried to get into celebrations and nope. Not yet.
Man.
So, I mean, you said you live out on the West Coast, right?
Yes, sir.
So are you going to SDCC? Are you going to FWAP? Are you going to participate in any of those events down there?
Definitely San Diego Comic-Con. I already booked my Airbnb and all that stuff, so I'm good to go. Yeah, it's actually, I feel like it's pretty easy to get into San Diego Comic-Con, especially if you've been already lucky enough to get in. It's kind of easier for you to get in the next year and the next year and the next year after that. Okay. Yeah.
I've actually never been to a Comic-Con in my life, and I
really?
grew up in New York, so NYCC was literally, a train ride away from me. I've never been to it.
You should go. You probably have hella fun.
Yeah. I would definitely love to go to it. So, Yeah, I mean, hopefully one day I'll get to go to a
Especially
con.
with the exclusives that they do. They do New York Comic Con exclusive. They only do it for like the big cons. I feel like FiGPiN, right? San Diego, New York, Emerald. Some I think they've done LACC. I'm not 100% sure on that one. I might be incorrect, but yeah.
How many cons have you been to?
Saying though.
So I mainly just go to San Diego Comic Con. I don't really travel outside of California for cons too much. But yeah, I've been to, let me see, since 2017, 2018, 2019 was the last San Diego Comic Con was 2019. Oh, my dog is here.
Aw.
That's awesome.
This is Loki. Sorry, he was crawling on me at the bottom.
He is causing mischief is what he's doing.
Oh, definitely. He always does. So I've only been to the 3 San Diego Comic Cons and then a bunch of like local ones, that are smaller. But they usually have like people like Stanley. I went to the last one that he was at, Silicon Valley Comic Con 2018. I almost didn't do the meet and greet and almost didn't get the signature, and I'm so glad I did because a few months later is when he actually passed away. So I was like, what? It was meant to be for me to do that.
Good.
Because I almost said next time, but shit, there was no next time.
You never know when you're gonna go.
Yeah.
That's cool. I'm glad you got that one.
So, Battle, I know that you, Alex, I'm not actually sure if you've participated yet today, but I'm pretty sure Battle has at least tried to, if not actually has got some cards. We've talked about Ultra, but we haven't talked about any of the perks of Ultra yet. And the hot topic is the Snap card, right? So, Gil, one of the features for the Ultra was you get some digital perks with it. And one of those perks is it's a Snap card. So obviously, right from Thanos with the Infinity Stones, you either have a 50-50 chance of getting max boosted, or every boost that you have on that pin goes down to 0.
Oof. That's scary.
So if you go ahead and if you have an Ultra, you have the chance to go ahead and snap this card. You affect the people in the unlocker room you affect the number of people in the unlocker room by the amount of story score on your card. So obviously the higher the story score, the more people are affected by that snap. And I know Battle, I think didn't you have some cards that got affected today?
I did. I've been trying to figure it out for the last couple of days. I didn't understand it probably the first day or two that everybody was snapping and all that, but thankfully there's some good forums. I think Amato put one out to the public and kind of was trying to teach people how to do it. And today, I think I even saw, Mills Fam Collectibles and a couple others, Mickey's Walt, all them had put up, like when they think that those boost times or the snap card times were going to be able to hit. So I was just sitting there. We were out today, and so I would sit there and I'd look for my cards. And, a couple minutes before I would guess that they were about to snap, I would try to put a bunch in. I think I went 6 for 4. So I got 6 max boosted and I got 4 of them zeroed out and kicked out.
So and I'm glad I paid attention to the chat going on. Sound Warp just posted that he's received 38 snaps. I'm sorry, he's received 38 max boosted snaps.
Damn,
that's amazing.
So that's an amazing feat for sure. Very, very cool, man. Thank you for sharing.
That's a heck of a lot more max boosts in a single day than I've ever gotten in our boost groups. That's for darn sure.
That's some crazy numbers. 38.
That is, he had to have flipped a lot of cards for that.
Yeah, definitely. And I know you mentioned, Mills Fam Collectibles. He actually created a fun group, and it's about coordinating snaps and trying to get people involved and having some organization to a chaotic event, right? So it's funny because it's STFU. So snap that FiGPiN Ultra.
Hey, nice.
So if you, it's a Facebook group. So if you guys aren't part of it, go search STFU. Yeah, it's a fun. I like his creativeness with the acronym. So yeah, if you're on Facebook, go ahead and check it out at STFU. Snap the FiGPiN Ultra.
I'm gonna check that out
That's
right after
too good.
this.
That's so funny. Oh man.
So Battle. So you had some luck with the snap. What did you learn? What can you share with others of how to go ahead and benefit the most out of? I know obviously our sister group, FiGPiN fans Discord page. I know that they were having some coordination efforts to go ahead and talk about snaps. So what tips, strategies do you have? And obviously it's not a set in stone thing because we're all still learning this, but what have you learned from what you've participated in?
From what I can tell, at least because of course my Ultra's still sitting on my porch. I haven't figured out how to snap myself yet. But from what I've seen is if you can get your Vader in and you can get it as many boosts as possible, 25, 50, even 100, that will increase your story score. So what they call your blast radius is bigger. So instead of affecting maybe 100 pins, max boosted, you could hit 200 pins. I know it's only the pins that were put in the UR prior to the Vader or until you snap, which is the Vader, right? And for me, it's just, I tried to go through, it takes a little bit of work and shuffling your cards around, your pins around in your app. For me, I tried to find the pins that I had more than one bonus that I could send them into the UR, so like a cohort and a birthday or whatever other bonus that they had. And then I tried to find the pins that I had very little boosts on. So I kind of felt like on the ones that I fell out, I might have lost 10, 15 boosts, which is quite a bit. So it kind of made me sad. But my opportunity to gain the 100 max boost was greater than the few scores I lost. So that's really the one for me. Other than that, I'm still learning.
Alex, were you able to get any snaps yet?
Today, I've gotten 3 total. The odds were not in my favor. I won 1 max boost and 2 min boosts. So that kind of hurt a little bit, but that's all right. So I know the features for the Ultra don't affect the APs. Like you can't add the extra 100 bonus points to an AP. Do snaps affect APs or no? For the min
good
and
question. I'm not positive. I don't know. I'm not sure if that was. I know Amato has shared a document, but I don't remember seeing that in there. So that's definitely a good question for sure. I don't know if that's possible or not.
I don't know for sure, but if I was just going to guess and do a blanket statement, I kind of want to say that none of the features affect APs, but I could be way off on that. That's just
we're having guess. At least 3 or 4 people that there's snaps will reach APs. That's at least. Ooh. I mean, there's a lot of comments coming in saying that yes, snaps will reach the APs. So
very cool.
Okay, thanks for the info.
Yep.
So. I don't want to stop us talking about the Ultra, but when you are done, I was going to go ahead and ask Gil to do a couple selfless plugs and tell us where to find him and kind of what not only Black Hole Comics does, but maybe even the Geek Out Show does.
Oh, sure. Do you want me to go now?
Yeah, please.
All right. Yeah. Well, you can keep up with me at all social media, Black Hole Comics, literally everything: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Even on YouTube. I used to be one of those toy reviewers. Don't really do toy reviews anymore, but I do tutorials every once in a while for like action figure customizations and Pokemon card openings with my daughter, and there's a bunch of other content and stuff like that. But I'm also, I guess, like the lead head host of a podcasting network called the Geek Out Network or Geek Out Show Network, whatever. We kind of, it's a kind of play. We're still kind of playing with it, but started off as just one show. That was like a one-stop shop, like one podcast that you'll get your comic book information, you'll get your toy information, anime information, TV, movie information, video game information, And then we kind of like, well, anime is just limited to like Japan, right? Or, those type of shows. I was like, well, what about animation in general? Rather than just video games, do gaming in general, because we started doing tabletop, card games, TCG, all kinds of stuff. So we're covering a bunch more stuff at the main show. Then we got like a couple we have one horror-based show that's called Rotten Celluloid. We have
Cool.
the Canon Cantina. That's the Star Wars-based show. That's J-Roo Toys over there, and Heath Ordering Toys. Then we got, let me see what else we got. We got the Carl's Coffee Bean, which is just my friend Carl, who just rambles on about a bunch of random stuff, his thoughts. We have the Three Bros One Show, which is me and my brothers, and we actually talk about our childhood, stuff growing up, just a little bit of everything, to be honest. So we got like shows for anything and everything, because those are just like everything's not coming to mind right now. Of course, like when you're on the spot, you can't think of everything, and then later on, I'm like, damn, I forgot to talk about this. I forgot to talk about that. But yeah, we're a podcasting network over there. So if you look up the Geek Out Network on YouTube as well, most of our shows are there on YouTube. If not, Spotify, Apple, I'm trying to think, Stitcher, anywhere. Honestly, any and all podcasting platforms we're on there.
Very cool.
So either the Geek Out Show or the Geek Out Network. Look it up.
I'll have to say, I definitely used to listen to them pretty religiously on my ways into work. And I think you guys helped me secure a couple. I think it was the Loot Crate, and I think a couple of the Ninja Turtle toy drops when they were happening. You guys were able to keep me up when those were dropping. And then, for the Canon Cantina, J-Roo Toys, I used to watch his pretty good too, where I am a Star Wars fan. I really love The Mandalorian, but I don't know a lot of the backstory. And so I'd watch it, and then I'd go watch his podcast, and then listen to how you guys would ramble on about whatever it was. And I'd be like, I had no idea that's like all these hidden gems about it. So it was neat. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. Oh, one of my favorite things is the geeky background check.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Battle's been on for one of those. It's honestly something similar to what you guys do here. But yeah, we ask like where your geekdom started, or how you got introduced to, being geeky, what it was like, if it was like a parent or whatever the case may be. Oh, okay. See you later, Loki. How you got into comics, if you're into comics, how you got it, every section that we go over basically throughout the show, we just ask, if you like it and how you got into it, how you were introduced to it. So, like I said, a plethora of content over there. I want to say like thousands of hours worth of content there. We've been doing it for like 5 years now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Nice.
Awesome. Battle, you put this on our agenda, so I'll let you talk about it. There was possible mention of battles.
Oh man, okay, so to kind of fill in that backstory, we had a model on the show a couple weeks ago, and then he showed up on Tufu's IG, and they were talking about the Ultra and how it's going to snap and all these boosts and all that, and he was kind of saying we wanted to level the playing field a little bit. And so a couple people were just like, is he going to take our boost away? Like, how is it going to change? And so I won't necessarily say who, but they found a Bill Gates little reference and said, we need to keep boosting. So we're going to go ahead and keep boosting. And so
Here, I'll share my screen. Hold on a second.
Do it.
Can you guys see my screen?
Yep.
We can.
We need to keep boosting. We need to keep boosting.
So Bill Gates is all about boosting.
And he knows what's best for everybody. That is too funny. So I think that post had made it to a couple of the different sites, and Amato came back on and said, are you ready for boosting for battles? And as soon as I saw that, I mean, of course, as you can tell, I've been waiting since the day I started collecting to get in the ring and throw some dukes with some people. So I got a couple bones to pick, and I can't wait for those to launch.
Yeah, it's going to be cool. So I mean, another little tease by Amato, which I like. He goes ahead and he throws these little grenades out there, lets it blow up, and then doesn't share what's going on. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. I mean, I think he did share with us that Battles is on their radar now since Ultra's release. Launch day is going to go ahead and be coming up. Gil, are you aware of the change between unlock days and launch day now?
No, I am not. I got to be completely honest. I am not aware.
Alex or Battle, did you guys want to fill him in?
Go ahead, Battle.
No, I don't know.
All right, so unlock day, they changed this, Gil. So when you got your Spider-Man pin, there was a race to go ahead and get to the app, be the first one there and get to unlock, right? Like the true hunter's dream, right? Like you go ahead and you go to a store. That's when you're spending the extra money for overnight shipping to try to get the first pin in your hand to be able to unlock. Well, then FiGPiN realized that the West Coast was benefiting, and those collectors that were on the West Coast were benefiting the most because FiGPiN is out on the West Coast. Okay. So many people on the West Coast were getting first to 10th unlocks, first to 20th unlocks, first to 30th unlocks. And there was this push to go ahead and try to make it a little bit more equitable for everyone across the country, everyone across the world, right? So what they did was come up with unlock day. So 10 to 14 days after a pin is starting to be shipped, they would go ahead and have a day that actually is set for that pin to everyone to go ahead, that date and that time to go ahead and have the pin be able to be unlockable. So what was the MHA pins the last ones that had that opportunity? I guess the World Hero missions. I think so, right? That would have been our last unlock day. So that Friday when the World Hero missions MHA pins were available to be unlocked, starting at 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, you had to be on your app with your serial number ready to go, and you had to just keep pressing, hoping to go ahead and get an early unlock. The change now with Ultra is that it's going to be called Launch Day, and Launch Day is it's changed a little bit where you're actually able. So previously with Unlock Day, you were not able to see the stats of your pin until Unlock Day. Now with the new setup, when you first get a pin in your hands, you can go ahead and take this pin out of the box. I mean, this pin's been unlocked, guys. We know that this pin. So you take the pin out of the box, you flip it around, see the serial number, and then you're able to go ahead and actually see the stats. You can go ahead and then claim that pin, and it goes into your collection, but it doesn't assign you a launch position. So now when there's going to be a launch day, you're automatically assigned based on the weight that is given to the serial number of that pin, a launch position. So that's kind of the change of what happened there. And I know that might seem a little confusing, and I hope that I kind of was as concise as possible, because there's a lot of information that I want to be able to explain to you. But that's kind of like in a nutshell of what the change was from when you first started collecting to what it looks like right now.
Yeah, because it's been a little while since I've been on the app. To be honest, it's been a little while. I don't think I've been on in the past few months.
And I know, so I just got these pins, and I know that you guys asked earlier today, earlier in the show. I was able to go ahead and get. This is the gold-plated. I'm trying to get the glare out. The gold-plated Bakugo.
Nice. Ooh, that is gorgeous.
That is a cool pin.
Sorry.
One day I will win them.
They were upstairs, and my wife just was gracious enough to bring it down to me, so I appreciate her coming down.
Oh,
that's awesome.
That's a keeper right there.
Yep. All right. what are we up to next? So I did share in the chat. So Gil, we Pins on Fire is our sponsor. So we do monthly sponsors. Pins on Fire has actually been gracious enough to be our sponsor for the third month in a row.
Oh, cool.
And they have given a pins for us to go ahead and give away each week. We learned last week, and I'm not sure, Gil, if you had a chance to go ahead and see last week's show. Battle is never allowed to go ahead and pick how the winner is chosen because of last week's debacle.
Disqualified.
I already shared in the chat that I do apologize. I did share on last week's show that I would do a wheel spin for everyone that was in the chat last week. I just have not had a chance to go ahead and get to that. So please accept my apologies. We will have a wheel spin going on. We're not going to pick that winner tonight. So Alex, do we want to go ahead and share what they're going to win tonight, or are we going to keep it a secret until we pick a winner?
Gil, you can pick secret, or should we tell them?
Let's tell them to build up the anticipation.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Hold on, Alex.
Gil,
before you do that, guys, please stop guessing numbers. We're not doing guess the number again this week.
Hey, Gil, what's your favorite
the chat's
number?
already. Viegas has 5. I see. And yes, Animes, very good.
My
very good
favorite
point.
number is
It's one answer per viewer, please. That would help us greatly.
Oh man.
So, in spirit of battles, debacles, I took this one as the giveaway this week. Don't be a
Butthead.
that's genius. Yes. Yes.
That is too
I
good.
love it. I
Yes.
love it.
So we're giving away Awesome by Pins on Fire, a Butthead AP. So yeah. And to make it easy, where I have a FiGPiN sticker next to me, and someone just has to guess the theme of the sticker that we get.
Ooh. All right, so guys, before we start guessing, Alex has a FiGPiN logo sticker in front of her. You have one guess, so go ahead and start putting your comments in now to go ahead and guess which sticker, FiGPiN sticker, that Alex has. So we have red dots on black, Mets, SDCC Flames, GameStop, Spider-Man, GameStop, Disney D23, Rainbow, Anime, nope, Pastel Rainbow, Cherry Blossom, Blue and White, GameStop, Simpsons, Clouds, AP sticker, Clouds, Pins on Fire, GameStop logo, red, white. Oh my God, they're coming in so quick now. I can't keep up.
Now, I have to take a picture of this and send it to you, John. I want to see if this is. Someone said it weird, but it might be the answer.
Okay.
So.
All right. So where I was at, let me see, because I know I was. All right, Disney D23, Rainbow, Anime, Pastel Rainbow, Cherry Blossom, Blue and White, GameStop. Hold on a second, guys.
Is that like the first or second one?
It is very much the very first one.
Yep. Okay.
All right, well, guys, we have a winner, and it was actually the very first guess. And again, guys, I am looking at the live chat, so it's all the comments. And Cosmo Quack,
Yep.
I apologize if I'm pronouncing your name incorrectly, but I know that he's a watcher of the show. I recognize the name for sure. He was the very first person to guess red dots on black.
I knew
Alex?
that's what it was going to be.
Oh,
I was like red. I was like, but they're white dots. But I guess it is red with dots
with
on.
red dots. And, yeah. They have some funky names for the logos. I always love them.
Forgive me. That's why I was like, I have to send a picture to John.
Yep. No. We'll take that as the first one. So Cosmo, congratulations. Thank you for your support. Perfect pronunciation. Look at that. I've never even had a chance to say that name, and I said perfect pronunciation. So thank you, Cosmo. We appreciate your support. You are the winner of the AP Battle Butthead Pin.
Oh man, I'll own it forever.
Can Battle sign it first and then send it off?
It would be like
man.
6 months by the time I got to battle in Mexico.
It will take a very long time to get here if the customs let it through. I think though, if we just start sending one, cartels will want it. They'll start feeding on it. They're going to start slanging it through all their different towns. We'll have a market here in a
That's
Well,
hilarious.
Thank you again, Pins on Fire, for the awesome donation for the giveaway. We really do appreciate you both. So thank you.
Yes, definitely.
thank you guys. Everything for you guys do.
Guys, so a great show tonight. Gil, thank you so much for coming. Did you want to go ahead and before we go ahead and wrap up here, did you want to go ahead and plug where people can find you, Black Hole Comics, and anything else that you want to share with us?
Yeah, sure. Just again, Black Hole Comics, all social media and YouTube. If you want to follow me there on IG, follow at the Geek Out Show on Instagram, and all social media platforms if you want to. Like I said, we talk about a bunch of different stuff. The YouTube as well. You could also follow me at Black Hole Comics Shop. That is particularly for like all my stuff, like action figures, cards, pins, everything that I sell on the side. It's my little side hustle, so to speak. So yeah, those are the different platforms that you can follow and keep up with me at.
Awesome,
thank you
man.
guys. I got to say, thank you for, having me. It was freaking awesome. I loved it.
No, we appreciate you, man. It's been fun. I love the setup behind you for sure. It's definitely cool. I mean, I don't like you because you chose MHA, but it's been a great show with you, man. We appreciate you coming on for sure.
It's okay. You could hate. It's okay. We'll find
just remember, I don't know, Deku's going to be able to stop Goku's Kamehameha, but
oh no, for sure.
We'll go ahead and we'll leave it at that. So, let's see.
I agree.
I'm going to go ahead and choose Battle first. Battle, do you have anything to go ahead and end the show with tonight, my friend?
Thank you, everybody who was watching. We greatly appreciate it. To the fellow hosts, thank you very much for all your help. I am blown away by everything you guys do every week. Thank you guys for always getting the guests on, doing all the promos, everything else behind the scenes that I probably have no idea about. Gil, it was a pleasure to have you on, good sir. I took far too long. I appreciate you taking the time, and I hope to maybe talk to you again very soon.
Hell yeah.
And then, oh, you know what, Alex, before I get to you, I know we forgot something. So, Gil, we had a someone share with us that they have taken funny pictures of us doing weird things, and we started this last week, so we'll go ahead and we'll continue it for a little bit longer. But yeah, it's funny faces, so go ahead and do something a little weird that we can go ahead and get a screenshot of. But yeah, thank you so much, guys, for doing that. And again, the viewer that's watching this, it's for you, man, so we appreciate it. Alex, what do we got to finish off the show tonight?
Well, I just want to thank you, Gil, for coming on. It was nice meeting you. And then Battle, thank you for being the butt of our joke, the butt head of our jokes.
This is the only thing I contribute to the show, so I'll do it anytime.
John, thank you for everything that you do. Thank you, Pins on Fire, again, and all our viewers. Make sure if you haven't subscribed, please do. We're slowly crawling to our goal of 1,000 subscribers, so make sure you do that.
Hold on a second. Gil, if you want to go ahead and speak so it goes ahead and go to you, I put you on speaker.
Yeah, this is my daughter's pin board, actually. I got it pulled off the wall right there, but yeah, sorry.
All right.
Not sure how the quality is there, but yeah.
So I like your daughter because of the I guess from what I'm looking at, the upper right side because of all the Pokemon. But I don't see any Dragon Ball on there, so I don't like your daughter for that one.
Yeah, but there's some MHA right up there.
I saw that.
Stain, Todoroki, Deku, Bakugo, All Might. And then we got Froppy, we got Raka, then we got some Demon Slayer right here. We got some Nezuko. Nice. She has some Venom stuff. Actually, she has my Spider-Man pins. Just noticed that. I'm like, hey, how did she get those?
You know what? This is just a random plug that you made me think of, Gil, with Froppy. Bendy Sticks. Follow him on IG. He just posted his new Froppy pin. I think it's an Elliot 25. You can tell he poured his heart and soul out into that thing, and it is super cool. So if you haven't seen it yet, check it out. I think there's going to be a drop on it, I think on Friday. So definitely he's been doing some amazing work lately. So check that out.
And it's funny that you mentioned it because I just saw that today and was totally blown away. Well, I saw the final product today, totally blown away by it. So yeah, definitely Bendy Sticks. Congratulations. Awesome job with that. We did have one final comment that I wanted to get to, and it's from our friend, Professor FiGPiN. So he wants to know, Battle, why are you not sitting in front of your painting? Oh, look at that. He's doing it. There we go.
I knew it was coming.
So Professor FiGPiN, there you go, my friend. Thank you, Battle.
I tried to make it a little more was proportionate.
There you go. Yep.
Oh, that's perfect. I like that.
That is perfect.
Headdress. The headdress.
He posted what's the gal's name from Dragon Ball?
Kefla.
Yeah, I was sitting in front of it the other night. I was real close, and he posted on Instagram that I was that one. It worked so good.
That's hilarious.
So, guys, again, it's your man, John G. Thank you so much for joining us on What the FiGPiN.
What the FiGPiN?
Before we go,
It's already over.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, go ahead, Alex.
Battle, do you want to talk about our guests next week?
Only if I can remember. Let's see. I already did the image for it, so I know who it is. But for the life of me, I'm spacing because you put me on the spot. Can I have your assistance? Can I phone a friend?
Yes, Brandon, the square screen.
That is right. The square screen. Awesome. One of the new affiliates to FiGPiN. He's putting out some awesome stuff. I'm excited for that show too.
Ooh, nice.
Definitely, yeah, man. You know, it's funny because when you mentioned him, I actually went ahead and I followed him on my personal page, and yeah, I mean, he does some amazing photography for sure. So it's definitely cool seeing his work.
I started following him, watching some of his rants about everything from like the computer graphics cards and all that. He just cracks me up, and then he has some good photography. And then, of course, I was chatting with him about Elden Ring and stuff like that. So I'm excited.
All right.
Sorry, someone just posted where's the What the FiGPiN thing, and unfortunately I had walked down here earlier and it fell off the wall. So
oh no.
But hey, look, you know, credit to the person that sent this to us because it fell
that's awesome.
in good shape. So Gil, I'm not sure if you've seen any of our shows, but at the end of it, we actually were and we're still part of it. So there's a Facebook group that we did the show on, and it's called FiGPiN Boosters. Battle and Alex can attest that they're at the last FiGPiN Warehouse Awesome Party, which was named FWAP. There is a coin that was part of that event, and it says Boost Awesome right in the middle of it, front and center. And since we're all about boosting and helping the community, we always end our shows with Boost Awesome. So would you go ahead and mind when I count down to go ahead and shout Boost Awesome with us?
Sure.
All right. So guys, again, from John, Alex, and Battle with What the FiGPiN, we appreciate all of you. Have a great evening. And on 3, 2, 1, Boost Awesome.
Boost awesome.
Battle awesome.
Have a great night, everyone.
Battle awesome, huh?
Bye.